Yeah, somebody get on YouTube and look. Here we are. We on? All right. Well, I do stay up late. I am Lord Falcon the Great. My wingspan does protect the people from the people that hate. We are glad to be with you. This is Falcon Cast. We love you, ATL. We love you, USA. We love you, world. ATL. So we're about to do some songs for you. This is our first Falcon Cast. We're very excited. All we need is Falcon Diesel.
Okay, let's close the double doors and get them places. Oh yeah, maybe this time I won't knock over the parking.
That's what that was.
What are you talking about? This is the first time we've done this.
You fixed it so slick. Damn.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
slick.
so I think we're ready to go back to my headphones. Whatever headphones was here. Oh, actually, we ended up getting switched. Dan, I need these headphones.
Okay.
They're the ones for my station.
That's
Those
okay.
other headphones that got put on the piano, and those are you.
The Piany?
Pianer.
Okay, we got it. We're gonna take it off the Piany. All right, everyone. Well,
C1.
little Falcon juice. I don't need this mic stand. I just don't.
Oh, then make it disappear. Take it out of the shop.
Yeah.
Remove this. Put it in the
Have that removed.
boneyard. Boneyard.
Let's take it away. All right, we're going to do some songs for you. I hope we have a little louder in the mix with the thing, but okay. Are we on the right bank?
Oh yeah, actually I might have to adjust that because
Let's go ahead and adjust that.
his is different than ours, so I had to adjust it. Next time I'll have different channel for the guests and for us.
Yeah. So if you're tuned in right now, live streaming, God bless you. I don't know why you would be here or how you made it, but you did. We're doing some, you get to see some testing. Sounds great in my headphones. I love it. Is that good for you?
Sounds really
All right. Good.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we're going to play a song for you. It's called, you won't be surprised. It's called Falcon Surprise. Are you ready, Falcon Diesel?
Go.
Supervillains get sore when I soar, cause I'm bringing you more. I got an underground lair, it's so hardcore, it's got a dance floor. Plus a bodyguard at the door, and a nuclear robot that does all chores. Feathers will fly when I pluck out your eye, you might die. Supervillains are so shook, they don't even try. Cause if they do, I got a force field and it's true. Disintegration on impact is waiting for you. Look into my eyes, surprise, I'm a falcon. Look into my eyes, surprise, I'm a falcon.
Oh yeah.
Look into my eyes, surprise, I'm a falcon. Look into my eyes, surprise, I'm a falcon. I'm Lord Falcon, got a real funky concept. You and me fly away in the Falcon jet. Vladivostok, Maracaibo, we can go wherever we want right after the show. It might get a little warm, but I know that it's fun, cause it's a rocket pack, you and me, straight to the sun. When I metamorphosize, hear my cries in the skies. When you look into my eyes, surprise, I'm a falcon. Look into my eyes, surprise, I'm a falcon. Look into my eyes, surprise, I'm a falcon.
Oh yeah.
Look into my eyes, surprise, I'm a falcon. Look into my eyes, surprise, I'm a falcon, never hesitate. Whenever danger calls, all of you should witness the day that Babylon falls. I get phone calls from outer space, but they can be crazy. Hold a pigeon MC, stealing food from my plate, I stay up late. Yes, I'm Lord Falcon the Great. My wingspan protects my people from the people that hate. When I metamorphosize, hear my cries in the skies. When you look into my eyes, surprise, I'm a falcon.
Oh, look into my eyes, surprise, I'm a falcon, yeah. Oh, look into my eyes, surprise, I'm a falcon.
When I metamorphosize, hear my cries in the skies. When you look into my eyes, surprise, I'm a falcon. Metamorphosize, hear my cries in the skies. When you look into my eyes, surprise, I'm a falcon. I think that sums it up. So the Falcon Lords have special powers. I'm ready to reveal that on this podcast, but they are live stream. And one of them is our Falcon-Vision. And we wrote a song about it. Falcon Diesel needs a few seconds, y'all.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-huh.
There we go. Do it again.
Let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4. When I look around every corner, I see all the Falcon-Vision can see. When I walk around in my Falcon outfit, everyone is staring at me. According to the Ministry of Information, you should be afraid of this world. According to the Ministry of Information, now listen to them, alright, now listen to them. Whoa. Then after the show we could go and thwart some supervillain's evil plans. Tell me why they always wanna try and chain me, try and cut me out with a rusty knife. Tell me that I'm paranoid, you couldn't blame me. I listen to them, alright, I listen to them. Whoa, 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 I flew too high into the sun. I flew too high into the sun. I flew too high into the sun. I flew too high into the That goes out to all of you.
Okay, so now we on to
We are the Falcon Lords. We love you. This song is about to sum it all up for you.
3.
I put my claws in your heart, I pull it straight to my beak, then I devour your soul. My Falcon power's complete. Diving straight from the side, tear the flesh from your back. Better run if you can from my Falcon attack. We are the Falcon Lords. We are the Falcon Lords. We are the Falcon Lords. The Falcon Lords. The Falcon Lords. We're coming straight from the center of volcano lair. We're gonna tear out your eyes. The Falcon Lords care. Diving straight from the sun, tear the flesh from your back. Better run if you can from a Falcon attack. We are the Falcon Lords. We are the Falcon Lords. We are the Falcon Lords. The Falcon Lords. The Falcon Lords. Deep within our Falcon lair, we can all relax, floating in our Falcon bed, safe from all attacks. Well, it's a long, long way from the world out there. Go!
So we are the Falcon Lords. This is Falcon Lords Presents, and we would like to present to you our guest artist tonight, School Inc. Welcome, School Inc. to the Falcon Lords Presents Showcase.
Straight from the Diamond Street Studios in Little 5 Points.
The headphones there, and a mic that I was using, and then he's all good. Back to one. I feel like I did that one better.
I certainly did that one.
There we go.
Man, I didn't care about the camera. I did it that much better.
Yes, sir, Ski. Shout out Time Check. How we feeling? How we feeling? Family, if you in the live right now, drop class and session in the live for the family right now. Shout out Falcon Lords. Yes, sir. Matt, we ready? All right, I got you. So, you know, I go by the name School Inc., and I'm blessed to be here today, presented by my family, Falcon Lords. It's the first live on the YouTube. Make sure y'all tap into us every Friday. We're going to be having it running. And I got a couple songs for y'all today off my, my new project, Class and Session, all produced by me. I ain't gonna do too much talking. We just gonna run it. Ready when you are. Hey, yo, Matt. Cue track.
Yo. Hey, forgive me if I sound rusty. It's been a long weekend. Shout out to the Duffy Mills.
Hey.
Hey, why nigga gotta bring TikTok for y'all to acknowledge the talent? Why nigga gotta take risks? I've been praying and bowing out ounces. I'ma shed tears whenever she leave, but she only did it because I allow it. Happy to see I'm encouraging cowards. Hit a free game, you can keep it. Like she a fool, not touching, and only hit back if it's defense. Know that I ran out of agreements. Process what, nigga, I'm still grieving. T say she ain't really fucking with product, but I gotta do it cause I'm still eating. Angels around me, I got enough demons. Y'all keep that shit over there. Chin up, I told you I need you headstrong. That way you can speak for yourself. Like what can I show for the wealth? Like what do I do when she walk in and start to unbuckle my belt? She see the bands on my dress, I look in her eyes and I told her I ain't got nothing left. Hey, that's just business. You don't love me, them feelings. I'ma kill shit every time like Krillin. I'ma kill shit every time like Billy. Fucked around, made a little name on Highland. Been in the streets, yeah, this shit in me. But I'm never bragging, I'm just surviving. Lean. Hey, I'm never bragging, I'm just surviving, man. Hey, I'm never bragging, we just do what we gotta do. Keeping this rap shit alive, man. Every day I'ma talk to y'all, I'm telling you. Every day I got breath in my body. Check. Look, if you hanging with gangers and comedy, if we breaking these bands, we kinfolk. She was at my neck trying to see me, I put up the fucker to end on a good note. Put up the fucker, I get her perspective on how she leaving. Take this work and you won't go nowhere. Happy to say that I never bought rig, but probably a cash out as soon as I go there. Probably cash out as soon as I go there. Hey, look, why nigga gotta make TikToks for y'all to acknowledge the talent? Why nigga gotta take risks? I've been praying and bowing out ounces. I'ma shed tears whenever she leave, but she only did it because I allowed it. Hey. She only did that because I allowed it. Hey.
And it still sound like to the death of me, man. Y'all see the merch, man. Hey, class and session, you know what I mean?
Class and session.
Hey, wait. Remember me? Hey, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I love to do the most. Just talk to y'all and be as transparent as I can be anytime I step on this stage. I ain't gonna do too much talking. We ain't gonna keep it on running. The next track I'm just blessed to have by Thomas. Shout out to my boy Thomas. He sent this record over. And we did the same thing. We just talked to him. Matt, you can cue up the track too.
Do as many tracks as you want.
Say that. I'm gonna have to drop some more
Just
songs.
can't stand it.
Hey.
No baby.
Hey, look.
Y'all listen to everybody. What's my name?
I'm getting way more concise. I'm like, oh, Clay, you hate it cause it's wordy. Must be listening the wrong way. I treat her like she royal, call her by her middle name. Empathetic hermit, got my chest ticker on my sleeve. Crumbled up dollars and hopes that I should never keep. Thought my hustle was unique, but how I was wrong. Know some niggas with a mirrors who can't pay for they song. That smell lingers so long, that's why they call it gas, boy. Waiting and contemplating for stems on passport. Don't I always got somewhere to be? Won't be till you make it back. Hard truths, happy that you ain't afraid to tell me that. Been at peace with that, nigga. Now she all up in my crib, we doing things that I can't believe. Tucking out my funds, LeBay, I'm building up for my release. Cold water from Norwich, think my body's starting to feel relief. Carry well, it be so hard to carry well. If you ask Janae, she probably say she never tell. It's not how you fall, it's how you get up when you fail. Couple rentals in Miami, I'm back to myself. One more time, fam. Look, I'm back to myself. I'm back to my check it. Don't I always got somewhere to be? Won't be till you make it back. Hard truths, happy that you ain't afraid to tell me that. What you gonna I'm getting way more concise. I'm like, oh, Clay, you hate it cause it's wordy. Must be listening the wrong way. Treat her like she royal, call her by a middle name. Empathetic hermit, got my chest ticker on my sleeve. Crumbled up dollars and hopes that I should never keep. Thought my hustle was unique, but how I was wrong. Know some niggas with a mirrors who can't pay for their song. The smell lingers so long, that's why they call it gas, boy. Waiting and contemplating, but stamps on dashboard. Don't I always got somewhere to be? Won't be till you make it back. Hard truths, happy that you ain't afraid to tell me that. Hey, let's take it out. Just can't stand it. I love when the sample say something too. You know what I mean? That always make me feel good when the sample got something to say too, man. Just can't stand it. I can't stand it, man. Woo! Family, family, family. I'm coming off my second performance today, so I'm a little winded, but boy, am I having a blast. I'm like a kid in the candy store right now. This next track was one of the ones when I made it, I was like, yo, this is like the intro to my production. This is how I want people to see me as a producer, so I ain't gonna waste too much breath. Matt, cue the third track. It's that Ruffle Feathers, family. Yeah.
Yo.
Hey, look, bad dude, ruffle feathers. I can't make a move without me questioning my elders. Yeah, I know the truth, but she gon' catch me if I press her. Words so waterproof, but he can send it through a black hole. I leave that to him, cause I hate giving that to black folk. I've been feeling froggy, had some lilies as a tadpole. Came from Piggly Wiggly, we ain't never been to Costco. Came from Piggly Wiggly, ate the couch from the candy lady. Mama gave me condoms, told the nigga she ain't raising babies. Now I'm grown up, same temper, I'm still acting crazy. Sweet Mary, mix it with the only thing can save me. Sky and me finna make a family, fuck the last verse. Got it on, but you can't pay the tab. How do that work? Hey,
To be honest,
hey, I just ain't hurt. To be honest, I'm just trying to get back with the bank clerk. One more time. Hey, shout out Falcon Lord. Y'all see him in this motherfucker, yeah? Hey, that's what they all say, baby. That's what they all say. That's what they all say, baby. That's what they. Hey, one more time. Hey, shout out family.
That's what they all say. That's what they all say.
Hey, that's what they all say, baby. That's what they all say. Next verse. Look, I can never quit cause I get woke up out my sleep. If I'm living, I'm inspired. Just like LA Fitness finna knock that pussy wide. I try to hide my feelings, I think loving is a crime. And killing all the real ones or they end up in a bind. I'ma see if you a real one, I might call you in for backup.
If they pull us over,
hear the script, now keep your act up. I was positive when I was young, but now not too much. One chance in a billion, I keep going to the stats up. Hey, I keep going to the stats up. Cause I'm a bad dude, I ruffle feathers. I can't make a move without me questioning my elders. Yeah, I know the truth, but you gon'
Catch me
hey,
if I press it.
I got words so waterproof, bro, they can send it through a black hole. I leave that to him, cause I hate giving that to black folk. I've been feeling froggy, had some lilies as a tadpole. Came from Piggly Wiggly, we ain't never been to Costco. Hey, yeah, cause me and Falcon Lord, we ruffle feathers.
If I take
Hey, we ruffle feathers, nigga. Hey, champ. Hey, man. We so thankful, family. We so blessed. Shout out to my people, man. My people, man. Both sides. Appreciate y'all coming in. Uh-oh. Got too happy. Man.
We can go ahead and we'll stop video and audio.
I was finna say that's all the tracks I sent in.
That was sick.
Hey, that was a good way to end it out. I appreciate you one more time. Thank you. I was finna say that was perfect timing.
Yes. No, let's do the interview segment. We can cut it out if we don't like it.
Well, okay, then we're going to continue rolling.
We just need a couple seats, or we can stay in here. Okay. All right, folks, we're gonna do now. We're gonna do an interview. I know you want to know about this artist that we just showed you. So he is from the AT. Well, he's stationed here in the AT. I'll let you talk about yourself. I know you want to hear about this artist. We're gonna ask him questions. So let's just get a couple chairs here so we can get him a nice spot. Thank you for tuning in to Falcon-Vision. If you are tuned in, if you're not, you're watching this video later, and that's cool too.
Represent Edgewood Nasty.
And also Edgewood Nasty, obviously a sister band of the Falcon Lords. There's many bands that are friends of the
I
Falcon
revealed
Lords.
my identity.
Okay, so we got 2
But
mics.
they didn't know it was the same person.
Well, if you're in Edgewood Nasty, you do know how to drop it like it's nasty.
True
Yeah,
that.
we're good. We only need 3 seats.
Yeah, don't drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's nasty. Oh my God, that was nasty. I have to drop that now.
Okay, so I've only got 2 mics, so I would have to set up a 3rd mic.
Well, we can hit. You know,
We get to share a mic. We have to share a mic.
Yeah. You say, hey, what do you think about this? And then you put the mic in their face.
Well, I'm going to give him a mic, and then you and I'll share a mic.
Okay, we'll do that.
And then as far as headphones, it's the same thing. I only set up 2
Just have them in
headphones.
the center here.
I only set up 2 headphones, so we almost gonna have to share headphones. But
I can
we probably
do
don't
without
even
the
really need to do the headphones.
No.
Okay, so school. Basically, I'll be on this side. This will be you, and then that one mic. Where's that other mic you were performing with?
Could be anywhere.
This one right here.
I'm just trying.
Did I?
Yo.
No, it's fine. You unplugged it.
Let me see.
All right, folks.
Live check. Okay. Can we please close studio doors? Close studio doors.
Very technical.
So I have done this podcast interview thing several times, but
Yeah.
this is the first time that the Falcon Lords are doing a live podcast.
Let me get
So
I can see y'all.
we wanted to make sure that we're checking out the local artists, because even though we know a lot about the future, we are still it's happened between 2012 and the current day is still somewhat of a mystery to the Falcon Lords. So we're trying to get caught up and learn from people what really has been going on since we've been gone.
Yeah.
You know?
Because we're from the future and we came to warn you.
Yeah.
Of the past and the future.
We know too much.
We know too much, and we actually it's an overload. Thank you. It's actually an overload, and so we have come back, and we are here to talk with our newest friend. I would say superhero friend,
well,
kind
I mean-
of ally.
Nah,
you-
for
the
sure,
thing
all
is,
heroes
you
don't
told
wear
us that You were
capes.
friends with what was it? Stoneman Cold.
A Stoneman Code.
Stoneman Cold. Yeah.
Stoneman Cold.
So you and Stoneman Cold are friends, and we
Yeah.
have done a couple missions with Stoneman Cold.
Oh, word.
All right, so let's find out a little bit about this artist. All right, so I feel you have some questions. Let's go.
Well, this is how we like to do this. Is we would like to start at the beginning, and
Yeah.
this is the way we like to ask this question sometimes. Is what is your earliest memory?
Earliest, so like, that's a good question. I would probably say my older brother. My older brother was really big on like having CDs and a whole CD book, and I found his rap book when I was probably like 7 or 8, and that was my first time just seeing like rap in the written form, like as literature. And I remember him like being super mad when he seen me, like, "Hey yo, what you doing?" And I never understood, but now as like an older person, and then like as a person that has like a journal and stuff like that, I understood like the sensitivity of the stuff I was reading and like how pure it was to him. So it's probably
I
first
get
time.
you. It kind of reminds me of like we heard Rick Rubin was saying something along the lines of like how artists making their art is kind of like a diary entry. You know what I mean? It's a very private thing. People think that the entertainment product is a very public thing,
Right.
but the actual art is a very private thing.
No, 100% the creative process.
Till I'm ready for you to hear it.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
Super public.
And even whenever it was public, like I'm sure y'all can understand, like whenever you got after your first couple of missions, you know what I mean? And you know when you go out and you Falcons Lord a little bit and you can see how your work impact people, that is when you're like, oh wait, it was like personal, and now it's a personal thing that's helping folks.
You're so right.
Once
I
you get
remember the
past-
first missions.
Yeah, once you get past the extrinsic motivations, it's more about having an impact.
Yeah.
Saying they were tough.
I'm knowing.
They were very tough. The enemies in our rogues gallery, like there's
Deep learning curve.
there's so many missing Falcon Lords right now that we are looking for, and it's not looking good.
Oh, right.
It's not looking good. No. Yeah. We'll talk about that in a future episode.
For sure, to be continued.
So I guess, what about like experiences with recording? What is the first time you started making records? How long have you been recording?
I've been
And
recording
songs?
for a long time, actually. So my mom probably she bought me a laptop in 2011 because I got into art school.
Yep.
And I don't think I downloaded the beat software immediately, but I want to say like around that time, and I won't get into it into details, like the musicality, everything that I wanted to do kind of fell into my lap. So it was like, okay, like, are you going to do acting? Are you going to do this? This is something I'm just going to keep in my pocket because I just didn't want to be another actor that was rapping. So my first time recording, people didn't even hear it for real. Like, I just was playing it for the homies. I had that laptop I told you about. I had downloaded GarageBand. I probably had torrented Logic or something like that. And, yeah, I just started there, and it was personal to me. Like you said, it wasn't nothing that I was, like, super just trying to play on everybody. I just was like, no, this is something I really just like to do whenever I had the time to do it, aside from what I was in school for.
But you end up building a catalog.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
man.
And you end up learning production.
Learning production, learning how to write, learning how to like structure songs and like what type of music I wanted to make. Cause you can like to listen to a certain type of music, but maybe like in the point in your career that you discover it, you're not ready to make it. You have to really like learn it. So
Oh yeah, definitely. I was trying to learn how to play some bossa nova, and that stuff is very difficult.
yo, it's dense,
We're going
right?
to have to upgrade our skills.
The creative mind. I mean, the things that can. Thank you. The creative mind, the things it can think of, and your creativity can maybe even outstrip your skills. You know, but
100%.
hey, I don't know if that's happening to you. I think what you're imagining is coming true when I see it. But I see what you're saying. There's always room for improvement. All right, you got more.
What about so we've talked about your private recording diet.
Yeah.
What about public-facing recordings? How long have you been releasing recordings to the public? Have you been putting stuff out on platforms, like releasing albums or singles, do you think, or is it still very private? How long have you been doing that?
Nah, I've been doing that for a little minute. So I released my first. So SoundCloud counts as the public, right? SoundCloud was a big means. So like before DSPs, when like DistroKid and United Masters and stuff like that, a lot
It
of
was like the
people went to
Bandcamp
SoundCloud.
for rap.
Right, or
And
like, you know, your
EDM.
Dat Piffs, you know, all that type of stuff. So I was more into like, and that's how I kind of released music was SoundCloud. I would probably uploaded my first song called like Groovy Cortex in 2015. From that laptop in that school I told you about in the bathroom. I remember I recorded it there and everything, and just released it as soon as I recorded it. I was just like, they're hard.
had great vocals.
Oh man, we used to. Whew.
But that is something to think about, because in our day, like, people would work on a record and it might not come out for years, decades.
In the future, where we came
yeah,
from.
yeah, the
Yeah.
future where we came from, but also the past.
It was weird
Because
how they do it.
because our past is your future, but it's also your past.
So it's out
makes
now,
sense.
but
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
it was made then, but it's out now. That made perfect sense though. That's like that's a hard rollout.
Really how it goes.
I
Yeah.
would love to be able to like.
It's like a
do that.
reverse waterfall in
Yeah.
reverse.
That's got to be dope to be able to like drop a track in the future and then wait, what?
That's a lot what it's like being a
It is kind of.
We're so glad that we pulled you into this, though. Okay, well, I know you got more questions.
Nah,
Well,
for sure.
not that much more, but really we just want to know about the performers and how differently they operate from the way that we operated. And so you're telling me about how times that you would make a song and then release it immediately without
That was,
any
yeah.
any like hesitation of like you have to wait for a manager or a label or a bandmate or your girlfriend or anyone to say that it's okay. You just went right to market.
I got a quick question. In your songwriting process, a lot of artists do it different. Do you get the beat first and you say, hey, that's a beat, I'm gonna make a song with it, or do you have already the lyrics and you say, somebody make a beat for this?
So I try to keep like nowadays, and I've always been a sketchbook person, like a real big journaler.
That's true.
So
I know that
always
about you.
have like either my iPhone notes, and I try not to rely on that because I get like distracted. But I try to keep like a little,
And you keep that pad.
like a
I
little
like
pad
that.
or something like that, you know, on me. So that way I can always jot down beats. But a lot of the time, like I always tell folks, music gonna move you in the way it move you. So if I hear something, 9 times out of 10, when I hear it, it just comes to me. Like it sound like whatever, but I have to like have that start. Like certain beats just have that in them, you know.
So you know the Falcon Lords are superheroes, but we're also musicians. And I got to ask you, as an artist, would you say like your best music? Does it hit you right away? Did you spend a lot of time on it? You know, where's your best music come from?
My best was come from a pure place, like I just said. Like a lot of the time, like, you know, and I'm sure y'all can attest, like when you have like, say for instance, it's this one villain, this one dude that you just been out for.
Dr. Brain in the Jar.
Dr. Brain in the Jar.
Yeah,
you feel
he's
what I'm
awful.
saying? So for me sometimes like a song that I love can be an obstacle because I want it to be so perfect. I want the mission to be so successful. So a lot of the time, I'm gonna fight Dr. Brandon Joy. I might go at him about 10 times just because I'm like, even if I know I'm gonna win every time, I want to be able to make sure I can win every time. So by the time the public get the news article, they like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing in my creative process. I keep the songs I like the most and make sure they right, and then I'm putting them out nowadays. Back then, I'll drop.
That does make sense, though. It's like a different way of making music, and you can respond more quickly to current events. You don't have to wait for this old version of what production pipeline is supposed to be. You can just write it today, and it's mixed and mastered, and it's released today. And if there's an audience for that, you can do it now.
And that's the beauty.
Who are you listening to right now?
So I'm gonna answer that. So I'm gonna put that in my pocket, but I want to piggyback off what you just said.
Repeat the question.
I ran over.
No, you're good.
Oh, just who are you listening to right now?
So I'm
I
listening.
need to know.
All right, so I'm listening like mainly, other than myself, which is like the easiest question.
Oh yeah.
Probably the first person that came to mind is Lucky. A lot of V's. I'm listening to a lot of my homie Lake.
Your homie Lake?
Lakewood. Lakewood's from Milwaukee. He's from Milwaukee.
Okay.
And he like make a lot of like acoustic, a lot more like alternative style music, and I try to like have a well balanced diet when it comes to music.
Oh,
so
we might like him. The
Yeah.
Falcon Lords like all kinds of music.
oh nah, Lake is talented. Shout out to my homie Too High too. I'm bumping a lot of Too High.
There you go.
Love,
I like the shout outs.
Johnny Voodoo. Like I bump the homies for real though, like in
You
real
do.
time. I don't really like just. I listen again, like them first guys I had listed, they were like mainstream or whatever, but I genuinely like listening to the stuff that's around me. I even got some Falcon Lords on my
Hi.
my library, and my phone's over here. I'll pull it up and show it to you.
Thank you, sir.
I was going to ask, as you mentioned that you did make some of the beats, and then other people have made other of the beats, and that's another thing I've noticed too is that there's like usually like there's two ways to get there, right? There's the craftsmanship way where you go ahead and painstakingly craft it yourself, and then there's the collaboration route. I mean, how would you characterize being a young artist in this era? What's the split? What's the difference? I mean, is it going to be almost all collaboration with a little bit of crafting all yourself from scratch? Are you mostly doing it all from scratch with a little bit of collaboration? What would you say is dominant? Is it an even mix, or is it really less collaboration, more collaboration? You tell me.
I think it would depend on the artist and their ego.
Yeah.
I want to say a lot of people are like, in this city, I would say when I first got to Atlanta, you go into a space, man, you going to meet about 10 artists off rip. And I think that at least about 7 to 6 of them artists, they ready to work. You know what I'm saying? About 4 of them really going to send a verse in. So I think that is that kind of like ratio where it's like you have that push and pull where it's like certain people are all about collabing and they only do everything has a feature on it. And then you have other folks that are like, they're only gonna gatekeep and they're gonna hold they're gonna hold their songs for forever. Yeah. They're never gonna drop. You know what I mean? So I think that I witnessed a lot of collaboration. I think that the most successful people are doing a lot of collaboration within the music that they're making. Producers, writers, out it.
We had of course our producer Wizzy Falcone, and one thing that he taught us, he has a foot in both places, but he did tell me in the hip hop community, it's a lot of people do it for the love. Yeah. They'll collaborate. They'll say, hey, like you were talking about in the indie community, and his experience, what he said anecdotally or whatever, was that a lot of people are like, well, what's in it for me? Where are my credits?
Yeah.
What is it? It's a lot of they're doing all that. I stand in the hip hop community's corner. I love doing stuff for the love. I love it. That's probably why you're here. That's why we're all here. That's, to be honest, we're all doing this for the love. We're doing it because we love you. We actually want to put probably, I don't want to speak for you, but can I? No. We love you, and we love, like, this is how we feel like good people, is like putting out, God gave us a talent, and so to put it out and give it to you, we have to do it. We have to do it to you. We had the Hero's Quest. We had the call. So we have to do it. I wouldn't care if you gave me one dime. I'll say that right now. So anyway, it's a blessing to have you here, brother.
Hey, real talk. And to piggyback off of that, like, and to kind of like close that point out, the collabing within our current space, because of TikTok, because of YouTube, because of the internet, man, it's extremely easy. So I think that it's almost like you're doing yourself a disservice as an artist right now to not be doing this, to not be sitting down talking to folks, to not be expanding your mind and just seeing how far can you take music, because it'll take you to some crazy rooms. It'll have you in some beautiful places. So I think that hell yeah, man, I'm so happy. I'm so happy right now.
When you were talking a moment ago, and you made those remarks about how some artists will gatekeep themselves into isolation, but that also kind of relates to that part of the artist that is a private act to them. Their art is still a private act to them, and that's the difference between someone who like works in the arts or an entertainer. Are you in the entertainment industry? Or are you in the arts? And it doesn't mean it's less or more valid. It just means that a person who is keeping the catalog close to themselves, you know, is really it's more private to them.
No,
they don't care if
100%.
it's public, you know. And so that kind of brings me back around, like, you know, in the rock and roll world, people are always like worried that they're going to sign to a major label, and the major label is going to shelve all their albums, and now they're just in limbo. So they go independent, they record all the stuff themselves, they own their masters, and they shelve that shit their own self.
Yeah,
And
you put
so
yourself on the
it's
shelf.
so silly, like, you know, you would have
We
get
do
kept
that.
yourself.
We just record everything in the Volcano Lair or Diamond Street Studios. That's the other place. Yeah,
No exception.
Yeah.
Nah, I know what you mean. I think hip hop got that same thing. Not to cut you off, the hip hop has the same type of situation where we like look at major labels and we're worried about how much they're gonna use and how much they're gonna win and. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, at what point does it stop being art and you just worried about a quota or worried about numbers? So I think it's a common fear amongst all artists, no matter rock, indie, bluegrass, whatever you do, you're worried about your baby, whatever it is, being taken and being milked to whatever detriment the record label feel is such. Yeah. And it's like, at the end of the day, we want to fight the villains we want to fight. We don't want to have to answer to one dude that's going to print out a card and tell us, hey, go fight Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Like, no. Like, I want to be able to take account for whatever it is I'm putting out here to the world. So I think that is that's a comment, bro. That's crazy. Man, that's the babies. You know what I'm saying? That's your pride and joy. That's what you're giving out to the world.
So this is your second performance today. We talked a little bit about your recording history and your releasing history. Well, let's talk a little bit about your performing history. How long have you been performing on stages?
Bro, forever, bro.
Yeah, how long ago do you think you started?
So shout out to my grandma, man. Shout out my grandma. I was actually like raised in the church. So I always count. I don't think people count like choir, playing drums, stuff like that was my first time like handling music and like having that performance opportunity to stand up in front of people.
Greatest musicians, actually.
Come on.
The greatest musicians.
Improv.
The greatest singers I can think of, like Patti LaBelle or Aretha Franklin or Dionne Warwick or a lot of these the greatest singers you've ever heard, the greatest voices you've ever heard, and they're singing from this spiritual level.
And their ability, their range.
But I want to hear what you say.
And that musicality about everything. Now you good. That musicality about everything is exactly like kind of the roots of a lot of the stuff that I had to do. So boom, like my first like. Because I come from theater, bro, so I was doing, like, theater hella, like,
I kind of mean with this identity where you are making these songs and you're rapping over them. How long has this identity been on stage?
Oh, boom. So I started doing poetry in college. So I went to college for theater, and I ended up finding a poetry house. And when I found a poetry house, I was like, oh, this is dope. And it was more like I'm just looping beats, looping guitar riffs, and just saying my poetry on top. And then I'm like, man, let me make a record. I want records that everybody can, like, dance to and, like, sing to. So that was my first time really performing with Chaos. Shout out Chaos.
Okay, shout out
Hey,
Chaos.
Chaos. And Toy, you text me today. I swear to God, I seen your message. I'm finna text you back as soon as I get done on my mama. Shout out Toy. Shout out everybody from that place because they really, like, as a person that know how to write, being around poets and being around talented people, your strength go through the roof. So, yeah.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, we're good.
No,
The Falcon Lords are watching them like a hawk.
Y'all hear that? Y'all better act right, family. Y'all better act right.
Any you want to?
Yeah, what's coming up? Do you have any releases or performances on the horizon? What's coming up from you?
Find you. Where can they follow you? Like where can they buy your fucking merch? Where can they do everything?
So all that stuff you can find me. My name is the same thing on everything. SKOOLINC. And it's like in the link in the bio, you just see Shop Sad Life. You can get this merch. You can get stuff from last album. You can get the actual albums. You can come. Shout out Class and Session. That's the last project, music-wise, that I just dropped. It's on every single platform known to man. Class and Session, exactly how it sounds. Yeah.
You got any upcoming performances that you want to shout out? In case people see this before the event of that?
Yeah, that's a good question. No, I don't think so. I think we finna wrap the year out on a holiday tip. I don't think I got anything.
I got you. Well, it's a whole new year.
You know I love having you here.
Hey, I appreciate you, gangster.
Special. Like, I'm not
Real
kidding.
talk. I know.
I'm really glad that you're here on this first one, and That's it. That's what I wanted to say. I'm over the moon right now. So.
Oh shit.
Okay, well, we're about ready to wrap up this edition of Falcon-Vision. We're going to be doing this as frequently as the Falcon computer will allow. And we do have a few things coming up pretty soon. There's going to be a Falcon Lords pre-order for the new album coming out to your stream soon. The original album deluxe edition for Straight from the Center of Their Volcano Lair is going to be available now on falconlords.com.
Yeah.
So we can edit this. Are we doing this every 2 weeks, or are we doing this every 1
As
week?
often as the Falcon computer allows. It'll be out of, because
I'd like to tell
it's
you
been
what
charging us
we-
gas fees. They have this new thing called gas fees. So we have to figure out how to gas up the
Do you
computer.
think we'll be here next week? Is what I'm saying.
I think there's a really strong chance we'll be here every day.
Hey,
Yeah.
So next week, just tune into next week.
Hey,
and if
tune
you don't
in.
see
Just keep your eyes glued to Falcon Vision until they fall out of your skull. Thank you and good night.
Shout out to y'all, fam.
subscribe, like, yeah, subscribe, like, hit the freaking button. Yeah, you get it.